Hi there and welcome to my mini lecture on an introduction to digital transformation. In this short lecture we're going to look at the following areas. First of all, I'm going to introduce you to the area of digital transformation, and then we're going to look at how this relates to the organisation itself. We're then going to look at some areas of impact and opportunity brought about by digital transformation, and also talk a little bit about things like customer service transformation, how we gather customer information and generate knowledge, how we add value to a product or service, some of the customer interfaces involved with digital transformation, and also business transformation itself. So, introducing digital transformation. Well, historically, digital systems have always supported the business processes that traditional businesses have used. Today, though, for many organisations, digital systems are in fact the business itself. Over the past 15 or 20 years, we've made this transition from the information systems or the or the digital systems that we use have transformed into being the actual business itself, and this is a key sort of area of digital transformation. One of the key catalysts for this was the implementation of the World Wide Web in 1991. That seems a whole lifetime ago now, but over the last 30 plus years, as the web has become pervasive, if you like, more and more digital businesses have realised the power of digital transformation using this particular technology. The web has enabled businesses to connect to their customers in very many new ways as a first step. However, for digital transformation to occur, businesses must adapt not only the technology, but the people, the culture, the processes and the practices. For an organisation to become truly digitally transformed, all of these areas need to be addressed and changed in some way. So looking a little at digital transformation of the organisation then, well, digital transformation is not just about the adoption of digital technology. The decision to digitally transform a business is a strategic decision. This is a decision taken at senior levels within the organisation. And digital transformation is often implemented in an evolutionary way throughout the business, one function at a time. This is particularly so in businesses that are traditional businesses that have existed for many, many years. As they adopt digital transformation, they can't simply do it all in one big bang, if you like. But what they do is take an evolutionary approach to it, digitally transforming one part of the business at a time. The process of digital transformation allows a business to review the way that it operates. Digital transformation explores the opportunities presented by new technology. Though it should be added that traditional businesses implement digital transformation in a more slow, evolutionary way. There are companies out there which have become new startup companies that have not necessarily digitally transformed, but have used digital technology to actually build a digital business right from the ground up. And we can think of many examples of that. The most easy one to relate to, I guess, is Amazon, which never existed before it was a digital business, and so hasn't had to digitally transform, but actually was a digital business at the time of creation. Many more businesses like this have become widely spread throughout the world now, and many of these are digital disruptors, companies which see a traditional market but then build a company to disrupt that market using digital technology. Examples of this might be Uber or perhaps Netflix. So moving on a little bit and looking at some of the areas of impact and opportunity then of digital transformation. Well, it's widely acknowledged that the key areas that can be impacted by digital transformation are not only the traditional areas that we think about in terms of supply chain and e-commerce, but they also far more widespread and include things like customer service design and customer engagement. These can be driven by intelligence systems which are being rolled out now in the early 2020s. Some other areas of impact and opportunity are in the business process transformation, looking at the way in which a business processes its customer acquisition right the way through to the fulfilment of an order at the end of the process. Digital transformation also adds to the idea of a business model transformation. So no longer should businesses necessarily go about the business in the same way that they went about it before. Because of the web itself, suddenly a local business, which perhaps had a small shop, maybe in Wolverhampton or any other town centre, up until the advent of the web and digital business, could only really sell to its immediate geographical location. But suddenly, with the advent of web technology, e-commerce, and a digital supply chain, that company, which is perhaps based in one city, could also sell to people geographically dispersed throughout the world. So we see there a business model transformation as well. We also see opportunities for domain transformation, where a business starts to look to transform and enter a new market. Perhaps an example of domain transformation is our old favourite again, Amazon, who started out as a bookstore and then become a marketplace, but then transformed themselves to become streaming services for video and music, and then became a company that provided web services via the cloud and infrastructure to digital businesses. So what we've seen there is a total domain transformation in terms of the business. The other areas of impact and opportunity are those centering around cultural and organisational transformation, enabling people to work in very different ways and enabling people to work not typically in the 9 to 5 parts of the week that were perhaps once the domain of our parents. And so there are massive areas of impact and opportunity for digital transformation. So looking a little bit now at the area of customer service transformation. Well, the customer service design areas within the digital business that can benefit from digital transformation are particularly centred around these areas. One of the biggest advantage of digital business is that we can gather information and generate knowledge about our customers. For example, Netflix, as we stream videos to our own homes, gathers a lot of information about the sort of films or the types of video that we like to watch, and then begins to sort through its vast database of films and series and begins to present to us the sort of films that we particularly might like to watch. And so it's generating knowledge about its customer base. Netflix is also generating knowledge from its customers, and that now it's gone into film production. It can almost guarantee the sort of films that it's making will be liked by certain genres of audience. We can also use customer service design to add value to a product or service. The more that we know about our customer, the more we can enhance a product or a service that we're providing to them. And customer interfaces also feed into this, about enabling our customers to engage with the organisation. And there's quite a lot of work being done that show that when customers engage with the organisation that they're purchasing products or services from, it adds buy-in from a customer and increases revenue going forward from that particular customer or consumer. Thinking a little bit about the area of gathering customer information and generating knowledge in some detail then now. Well, gathering information about customers and generating knowledge about them and their purchasing habits are really key to this area. The data can be collected externally, perhaps from data collected by other organisations, but maybe also available from government or externally available data sets. Other information that can be gathered, perhaps from internal sources. Customer loyalty cards are a very well followed route now that a lot of companies take to find out more and more details about their particular customer, and then can offer them particularly tailored loyalty card information, sales purchases, vouchers, and also bespoke offers or adverts or promotions. I don't know if you've own a loyalty card, but we're often surprised when we use our loyalty card in our local store to find out that we must be the luckiest of people, because whenever we find ourselves at the till, there's always a voucher or something off from one of the few purchases that we've made. Well, it's not luck, it's not good fortune, it's the fact that the store knows our buying habits and delivers these vouchers and loyalty offers to you to improve the customer experience and to gain us as consumers. The data has been collected for many years, but it's only in recent times that digital technology has begun to use this information and knowledge to try to improve the customer experience. So that's one area of customer service transformation, to do with customer information and generating knowledge. I'll move on a little further and look at the idea of adding value to a product or service. Well, when discussing value in terms of a product or service, our initial thoughts often turn to pricing. Well, whilst pricing might be part of the equation, it's perhaps more helpful to consider how we might add some sort of benefit to the product or service. The challenge here is to see how value can be added using digital technology, amend or change business processes, or perhaps change the culture and working practices. Some of the benefits that might add value to services are as follows. Delivery information sent out regularly to customers so that they know where their parcel, package or delivery is, so that they can make arrangements to be available at the right time, or divert the package to another address where there will be someone to receive it. Information, assistance or support prior to the purchase, so that customers are well informed and buy something that they know is the right thing, rather than choosing the wrong product and therefore bringing along a level of dissatisfaction. Recognition or rewards for customer loyalty, again, can add value to a product or service. And all of this is now possible using digital technology. We've said that the process of digital transformation includes the transformation of customer interfaces. Well, a customer interface can be defined as any situation, whether it be a website, a mobile app, a telephone call or face-to-face, where an individual comes into contact with the business. Digital transformation enables us to improve the customer interface that the digital business uses, and allows a digital business to have a planned set of coordinated touch points based on the following areas. The following areas include what sort of digital technology is used, what processes and practices need to change within the business, what digital culture changes need to be made, and the information and knowledge gained from the use of digital systems should be used to inform this process. So what we can hopefully do through digital transformation and learning about these areas is improve the customer interface. We also said in our introduction that digital transformation was also about the digital process transformation with the business. So when digitally transforming business processes, it's important that we do not simply take the existing business process and simply speed it up using digital technology. Existing business processes should not just be digitised. The digital transformation is about changing the process to benefit from an opportunity that did not exist before digitisation. The business process being digitally transformed should be analysed and the steps in the process redesigned, changed and sometimes even removed. We can see examples of this business process transformation all around us. Again, we could use our example of insuring our car or applying for a loan. The web-based business processes used are very different to the way in which this would have been carried out years ago in more of a face-to-face setting. So I hope this has given some introduction and ideas about how digital transformation can occur within businesses. In this short session we've looked at introducing digital transformation, we've looked at digital transformation in the organisation, the areas of impact and opportunity, which can include customer service transformation, gathering customer information and generating knowledge, adding value to a product or service, and also customer interfaces and business process transformation. And we mustn't forget that all of this is in addition to the traditional digital transformation areas, which have seen e-commerce and also the improvement of digital supply chains creep into the digital business itself. Well, thanks very much for watching this short session. I hope it's been helpful to you, and I'll see you again in my next mini lecture. Thank you.